political cappuccino for this month starts right now.
Right now. Here we go. The week that was in Hong Kong, the last week of May. And I mean, what a crazy week it was in politics. I mean, there's something has like broken. There's like people have gone mental in this town. I mean, you know, we had the parade yesterday as kind of the warm up to the June 4th, and you've got like this new thing, localism. Right?
That was made up. They started their campaign and the movement on Saturday. As well.
The localist thing, and you know there've been kind of versions and shades of it.
They went to Leshko and tried to take off the new
barricades.
Fences. Barricade.
But I mean, this term localism, I don't think I've ever heard it anywhere in politics ever before. It's a made in Hong Kong term. But it's kind of been out there for a little while, right? People were saying, oh, they're splitists or nationalists or this or that, but it seems to be coalescing around this term localist, which people are self-defining as politics, as Hong Kong first. And it's just a weird animal, right? Because, you know, they came out, so they had their launch on Saturday. Sunday, they came out to harangue people who were marching, you know, in the annual, Alliance for Democratic Movements in China, basically, you know, recognizing what happened in Tiananmen Square and wanting to support people pushing for democracy in China. So the localists came out to harangue those guys, to like harass them and, you know, verbally beat them up and say, we shouldn't care about what happens in China, we should only care about Hong Kong. You guys are doing the wrong thing, and like actually going out of their way to harass these people. I think their efforts are misplaced.
The term localist is kind of like the psychological state of these people. Without real action. They make themselves quite clear that they are not really separatists. We have separatists, right?
Right.
But although some of them may advocate for independence, but nobody really think they would do it
that's
seriously.
That's crazy.
But the localists, I think, in terms of a psychological state, I would term them as compartmentalists.
Compartmentalists.
Yes.
They have compartmentalized Hong Kong into a political unit.
But they don't want to separate.
No.
They want the goodies from China and over the world.
Yes.
But at the same time, enjoy its own freedom.
Kind of arm's length. Don't let too many in. Don't let them buy property here.
This compartmentalist mindset is not atypical.
Right.
A lot of the people live with their parents, but they spend most of their time in their rooms. This is what Hong Kong is about.
Yes. There's a lot of that going on in this town.
And I think if you magnify that, this is what
they want their own little bedroom.
This is very similar to localists. I want my own bedroom. You don't touch my stuff.
Right. But I still want to be under your roof and get all the benefits and have you pay the rent.
Yes.
That's an interesting way of putting it.
One apartment, 2 rooms.
Nice. That'd be a good title for an op-ed. You might have to write that and put it in the newspaper.
Interesting.
So that was the week that was. I mean, there was just piles of it. Saturday they had their launch. Sunday they came out and harangued the people in the march. There was a case of this 12-year-old boy, and they're saying, oh, you know, there could be piles of these people hiding in the woodworks, and they'll all come out, and then there'll be a flood of people coming from China, which, of course, is nonsense.
That's bad PR, though.
Oh, yeah, terrible
PR on the pro-establishment side.
Yeah, I mean, but it's weird because you've got, like, the traditional pro-democracy people here. But they would also like to see change in China because I think they understand that the best chance for advancing democracy in Hong Kong is for China to change as well. Which, you know, we were given a very clear message on Sunday that's not going to happen. But then you've got these localists who are like against everybody. I mean, they just want to pick a fight with whoever they can. So very, very strange. I don't think it's all that productive, really, in terms of advancing political debate in Hong Kong. But they are organizing. Harbour Times, we're doing a profile of these district council candidates. That this is their central platform. They're called Youngspiration. And they're basically young people that have this platform. And they're trying to apply territory-wide debates, but on a district council level.
Are they from the pro-establishment or from the pandemic grant?
No, they're just they're their own kind of, a lot of them apparently were associated with Occupy. But a lot of, you know, they're just kind of young and like, as you said, they want their own bedroom. And they've got about 150 members, and they've got about 15 candidates for the district council elections. So they're going to be a thing, and they're going to develop a platform Right, and we'll be writing about it in Harbour Times. It'll be on our website in the print edition for the next little while, so keep an eye out.
Speaking of that, on the other end of the political spectrum, in Shenzhen, the Beijing officials have met the legislators yesterday.
Yes.
And I'll take on that.
To be honest, I wasn't watching it because I was, so sure what the outcome was going to be, which was a big waste of time.
They tried to look surprised, though.
Yeah. But
by day, the Pan-Democrats tried to look surprised.
Yeah, but nobody was surprised.
And they have been yada, 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 yada the whole morning.
Yeah, 4 hours.
Yeah, I mean, yada yada till this morning. There's still yada yada in all these radio shows, and
but here's what,
and the commentators just yada yada back.
Yeah, but here's what's different. The mainland Chinese officials came out and said, "Oh, and by the way, not only is this the only deal you will get, this is the only deal you will ever get." So they seem,
No, but you know what? I went to Lantau.
Okay.
Last year.
Yeah.
On September the 1st.
Okay.
The same person said the same thing back then.
That this is all you're going to get.
Yeah, and it is going to repeat.
But there was always this undercurrent of... Yeah, but there was an undercurrent of, oh, don't worry, take this now, and then we can have further change later. But now they've stripped that. Now they're like, no.
No, actually, I take it the other way. I take it the other way.
Okay.
Because when I listen to the same person, Li Fei...
Set the very hard
set the interpretation last year.
Yeah.
He didn't add the sentence afterwards. He added something yesterday,
which was
that the possibility of abolishing the August 31st decision by the NPC does not exist. If this decision has not ever been implemented. So he said it this way. The possibility does not exist for this decision to be abolished, given the condition that it has not even started and it has not been played in action.
It must be implemented before it can become amended. So if it is not amended, it will. This is the only line.
He never said anything near that line. Before.
Yeah.
This is the very first time.
But yesterday. They came out and said, that's it. This is going to be the blueprint until 2047.
But once you implement it, there might be a possibility of changing.
Did he say that yesterday?
Yes.
Okay.
Not exactly like that, but said you won't be able to change it until you have implemented at least for the first time. So he put a very strong front. But add
a little back pedal, a little back door wiggle room.
And the other part is new. The other part is entirely new.
But do you think anybody believes that they actually use it?
I don't think anyone will believe, especially in the Pan-Democrats.
No, I don't think so. Why would you believe it? They're never going to give up control.
But you're talking about belief.
Talking
about belief.
They're trying to move the public.
You're talking about belief then. For one reason, I think their very strong stand is that they want to establish the NPC's authority. That's very obvious. But on the other hand, it has a statutory mandate. So if you allow legislators to abolish or challenge that decision, it's kind of like it does not respect the rule of law in a way.
Their rule.
Their rule of law. So I think that's why they have taken this stance. It's compared to last time, you're talking about a different decision. Not a decision by the NPC. But the mechanism of electing legislators. So,
but now that it's clearly an NPC mandate, it's got to be followed or else. So I think the job of the Pan-Dems...
And the opportunity cost is, if you vote it down, then it will be a very long time for the 1,200 privileged electoral committee members to just control the scene. I mean, that's what they are waiting. That's what they ask you to wait. That's the problem.
I totally agree with that. So I think the Pan-Dems now, they've decided their job is just to expose the situation for what it is, which is these guys never want to give up control, and I think that they've got to push that, which just means more conflict.
But I listened to the Cantonese commentary program this morning, and Alan Leung is still saying that the mainland authority is just scaring people. Sooner or later, they will change the NPC August 31st decision. I don't think.
I don't know about that.
I don't think this is the right approach right now. I don't think so. But
so they
hopefully both sides has more wisdom.
Well,
to deal with that.
The Beijing side are putting themselves out there like the immovable object, and the the Pandems are trying to present themselves as the irresistible force. But it's probably more likely there's an immovable object than an irresistible force. There's the old question about what happens when those two meet.
So what's your take?
I think we're going to be stuck with the current political system for a long time. I think things will become more fractious, not less. And as I've said before, the fight is on to determine who can play the blame game better between now and the 2016 LegCo elections. That's my take. And every political situation, whether it's a poor 12-year-old kid abandoned by his parents who pops up in the media, both sides are going to try to play this new localist thing to their advantage, right? Because it could go either way.
Yep.
So I mean, it's just going to be messy. When we started Harbour Times, the idea was to elevate political discourse. We've got a lot of work to do on that front because a lot of people seem to be trying to drag it down.
I know. But you know what? My take.
And we need more solutions.
My take is I want solutions, and my prediction, my forecast is that elitism will take a new form in Hong Kong after this, because the electoral committee will have a very long time to further build up their influence.
Yes.
Within this city.
Yeah.
Because they have been very powerful already.
Yeah.
And now, if the constitutional reform package will be voted down, they have more time to build up what they already have.
Yeah, the
1,200 people will be able to build up, because they all know that for the next decade, there won't be a huge political reform. So that what they were going to do is that they will penetrate all walks of life with the influence, try to secure the interest and
sure. Which means our politics, our chief executive selection will be driven by special interests.
Yeah, so I think elitism will be taking a new form. Plus, when you talk about localists, the localists is kind of like we, the Hong Kong people, should focus only on Hong Kong people.
Yeah,
it's a kind of an elitism.
Yeah,
some people even argue it's marginal fascism.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen people refer to them as right-wing.
Marginal fascism.
Yeah.
So on both sides of the spectrum, they're already very powerful.
Yeah.
And the localists are talking about we, the Hong Kong people, should focus only on us, or should feel good about ourselves. Yeah. So this form of elitism is
one to watch
very worrying.
And very dangerous.
Very dangerous, which will drown a lot of the rational debate within the society, because they're focusing on the identity, but not the mechanism.
Right.
I mean, the Lion Rocks Institute wants to talk about the mechanism, the market, right?
Yeah.
But if you are all focusing on the people, but not the system,
it becomes...
Then the system breaks down.
Yeah, because it becomes just noise and anger and...
I don't care about what you're saying.
Behavior.
I am right and you are wrong.
Yeah, and showing up to harangue a bunch of peaceful protesters. I mean, what's the point of that?
Yeah, so beware of the new wave of elitism.
New elitism.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm very worried.
That's a lot to cover in a day.
Oh, yeah.
Enjoy. Viewers, we hope you liked it. It was a little bit heavy today, but you hang in there.
Crazy June ahead.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.